Welcome to the weekend edition of Gamerati News Update, in which you get the full news I prepared for each day of the week instead of the cut down 1-minute format you see on Twitter and Facebook. Let's go. Seeds of Wars is an RPG realm management that proposes that you embody a powerful ruler in a new fantasy setting and enhance your gameplay with a convenient web application. Seeds of Wars works like this. It describes a rich fantasy campaign setting, its numerous kingdoms and their rulers. It's set in the world of Ceres, a place where an ancient spacefaring race migrated to flee a murderous galactic empire, isolated from the rest of the galaxy by a powerful planetary cloaking device called the Barrier. The world reverted to a Western fantasy place, with medieval technology and magic. Each player controls a ruler in Ceres, choosing from one of 5 different types of realm in a political and economical simulation game, with occasional battles between whole armies. Seeds of Wars provides the rules for all that, but when the characters are not sitting on their throne, they may go on an adventure, just like in traditional RPGs. That's when you switch to adventure mode, using the rule system of your favorite fantasy RPG. All that happens, the GM inputs in Seeds of Wars web application to keep track of everything that has happened, because when rulers go on adventures, their neighboring realms won't sit idly by. And Seeds of Wars is made so GMs don't go crazy tracking all that. The project is on Kickstarter right now with 1 day to go. Help Seeds of Wars become a reality. You'll find the link in the video description. Diced Tomatoes by Agripelago Games is a deceptively simple recipe for fun. This board game is a light-hearted dice-rolling and pattern-building game for 2, 3, or 4 players. In Diced Tomatoes, you enter the inaugural tomato growing competition and flex your horticultural muscles in the art of growing pomodoro. Your goal is to seed, grow, and harvest the most valuable tomatoes. All sorts of chaos is happening in the garden, so slipping your opponents the less attractive tomato dice or any rotten pieces will most likely go unnoticed. Or will it? Diced Tomatoes is on Kickstarter right now with 2 weeks to go. The base game pledge is only $24 US, and that already includes shipping for the United States and Canada. And if, like me, you're very attached to your own dice, you can back at the 5 Bring Your Own Dice pledge level, which gives you a full-color print-and-play version of the game. You can reach the project through the link in the video description. DriveThruRPG and RPGNow will merge. Actually, RPGNow and DriveThruRPG merged back in 2006. Since then, both sites have shared all the same tools and digital inventory. On the front end, they looked and behaved like 2 separate sites, but essentially they have just been 2 faces of the same place since then. In the 12 years since RPGNow and DriveThruRPG merged, the growth of RPGNow has tapered off consistently, while DriveThruRPG has grown strongly year after year. They've reached the point where RPGNow rarely draws new customers or publishers and sells only a small fraction of the volume of titles purchased on DriveThruRPG. So, starting February 2019, when you visit RPGNow, you'll be redirected to DriveThruRPG. In our end, the customer end, almost nothing will change. You may probably have already noticed that for a long while, your entire library of purchases from RPGNow are mirrored on DriveThruRPG, and you can log into DriveThruRPG using the same account from RPGNow. With the effective close down of RPGNow, even your old bookmarks to pages there will automatically be redirected to the same page on DriveThruRPG. So don't worry, it's just a cosmetic change. Cool? Modiphiz Entertainment has announced a bunch of products and book sets for KULT Divinity Lost. It includes books, supplements, and accessories in this gorgeous remake of the KULT classic and infamous RPG, originally published in Sweden by Target Games in 1991, designed by Gunilla Jansson and Michael Pedersen. Consider this 4th edition of KULT a reboot of the whole franchise. The redesign of the setting answers the question, what would KULT have been like if it was released now instead of 1991? It features a completely new rule set, and the setting is updated to present day. In KULT Divinity Lost, you have to escape your nightmares, strike bargains with demons, and try to stay alive in a world full of pain, torture, and death. Keeping in line with the original edition of KULT, Divinity Lost contains mature content and is suitable for an adult audience. You can get the RPG from Modiphiz in PDF, the regular hardcover core book, or 2 special print editions, includes the Black Edition that features an all-black cloth cover with the code name in blood red, and the Bible Edition, which is a pocket version of the core rules in an all-text version with cover in black leather imitation with gold foil lettering plus gold foil page edging. There's much more than that. There are 2 key supplements, a GM screen, special die set, reference deck, archetype bundle, and even a set of tarot cards. Check the link in the video description to see the full length of this special release from Modiphius. Chaosium is giving us a deeper look into the horrors that lie down under in Call of Cthulhu Terra Australis. Australia is first, yet briefly described in the new edition of Masks of Nyarlathotep, which includes the Australia chapter that was omitted from the first Masks of Nyarlathotep published in 1984. In the land down under, investigators will come face to face with supernatural forces that have endured for longer than humanity has existed. It's a land of adventure, danger, and ageless wisdom, a perfect setting for Call of Cthulhu. The 304-page hardcover book includes Australian history and geography, resources for 1920s Australia, Australian cities, El Karinga, a chapter that focuses on how to incorporate the wisdom and learning stemming from Aboriginal cultural traditions into games. The mythos in Australia and the scenarios Long Way from Home and Blackwater White Death. The physical book will be released sometime in 2019, but the PDF is already available. Its price tag is $21.99, and here's the kicker. If you buy the PDF from Chaosium, link in the video description, you get a coupon for the full price of the PDF off the cost of the physical book when it's released. Every company should do that, shouldn't they? Wizards of the Coast is bringing back 20 great tactical map posters from the 3rd and 4th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. Called Dungeons & Dragons Tactical Maps Reincarnated, the 20 maps will come in a folio, all individually folded just like in the original adventures they came with. They will all be reprinted in the full poster format with the expected 1-inch grid for miniature play. The adventures and miniature packs from which the maps were taken to be part of the collection are the miniature packs Colossal Red Dragon, Gargantuan Blue Dragon, and Legend Adritz Scenario Pack. The adventures Red Hand of Doom and Fields of Ruin from 3rd edition, Vaults of the Underdark, Orcs of Stone Fang Pass, Kingdom of the Ghouls, The Book of Vile Darkness, Death's Reach, Demon Queen's Enclave, Tomb of Horrors, Vor Rukoth, and the Dungeon Master's Kit from 4th edition. There's no MSRP yet, but this juicy collection is expected to hit shelves in February 2019. That is it for this summary of the Gamerati news update. If you want to get the news as they happen in the 1-minute format, just follow us on Twitter or Facebook. See you there, and see you back here again next week.